Okay, let's continue on with that Billy Strings Thunder. We already discussed the opening lick for you to start practicing. So I assume you're somewhat familiar with that. He plays that 4 times after the initial jam, and then he starts singing. When he starts singing, he's playing a D for 2 beats, a C2 for 2 beats, a G for 2 beats, and a D for 2 beats. I assume you know those chords, but let's review them. Of course, we have a D chord, open D, 4th string, and then 2, 3, 2. Go into the C2 chord, which is 3rd fret of the A string, 2nd fret of the D string, open G, and then 3 and 3. When we go from the D to that chord, we keep the ring finger down. We simply drop the pinky onto the 3rd fret of the high E string. The first finger comes up to the D string, and then the middle finger goes to the C, 3rd fret of the A. From there, it's very easy to get to the G. We're just going to bring the middle finger to the low E string. That's going to kick out the A string at the same time. We're not using the first finger. You could, but we're not going to. And then from there, we go back to the D. And through that entire series of chord changes, the ring finger never moves. We have the D to the C2, to the G, to the D. That's when he starts singing. So he plays those chord changes, 2 beats each, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then he plays the lick again. Now when you finish that lick, you want to go right back to that D chord. So as soon as you play that open D, at the same time coming off these 2 low notes, the F to the F sharp, okay, you want those fingers to go right back down to the D chord. Then he sings the next part of the verse. Once again, 2 beats each E. And then the lick again. Okay? Once again, every time you play that final part of that lick, you want to come down to that D chord. After that, and I'm going to put this all together in a play along when we're done discussing it. So after he does that, then he's going to go to an F chord, and you could go to an F bar chord if you want, or you can play the bar chord without the full bar and just bring the first finger down to the B string and the high E string, and then just play the. So that would be, if we were going to leave the low E string out, that would be 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, with a little half bar up there on the 2 strings. And that would be for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we'll go to a C chord. And in order to get to the C chord, what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 fingers here, just bring them all up to the next string, up meaning up towards the ceiling, and then the first finger relaxes off of the bar and just covers the first fret of the B string. So we go from the F like this, bring these three fingers, maintain the exact same shape, go to the next three strings, and the first finger just plays the first fret of the B string. So that would tab out 3, 3, 2, open, 1, open, if you wanted to tab that. From the F chord to the C, from there back to the D. When he plays that, the F gets 4 beats, the C gets 2, the D gets 2. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. After he does that, he plays the lick again. Then he sings the final part of that verse while playing the D to the C to the G to the D. Plays the lick one more time. Then he goes to a B minor bar chord. That would be tabbed out 2, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. Plays that for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he goes to an A minor for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right back to that F chord that we discussed earlier. From the A minor to the F, just kind of let the fingers kind of melt over. F for a full measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the C again for a full measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the main theme chords. D, C, G, D. And we'll do that twice. Okay, I'm going to go through and play that in its entirety fairly slow to give you something to practice along with. Starting where he begins the theme after the jam, and then I'll go through and play exactly what he plays. So we'll play it nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, play. Singing continues. Play. F chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, D, 1, 2, play. Singing. C, G, D, playing. B minor, 1, 2, 3,